What's going on, guys? ESR Leclerc here, and today I am bringing you the next round of my URL F2 Season 2 highlights. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, so as you can see, I've just started my final lap with a fastest lap, and at this stage in qualifying, the weather conditions had just changed from being wet to being dry, so it was basically a case of last one across the line gets pole provided they don't fuck up. But yeah, I was effectively the last one that managed to cross the line. You know, like before the timer ran out. Or I would have been. But as you're about to see, I do run out of fuel after I complete this lap. If I hadn't ran out of fuel, then who knows? I probably would have made it then. But oh well, never mind. As you can see, very scruffy with the lap here, but it's still an improvement. So because of like how much the track conditions have changed. But yeah, I probably could have qualified better if I hadn't fucked up those sections. But still, I probably almost certainly would have got pole if I hadn't ran out of fuel. Because even without those mistakes, it wouldn't have been enough given how much the track was evolving into, and rubbering in the dry conditions. So as you can see, we're going on the back straight here. I'll just say this is with a different setup to the one that you may have seen me tweet and thanking TRL Martin for, but this was recorded several weeks ago, so yeah, it wasn't with the TRL Martin setup. So yeah, anyway, that what I thought what was provisional pole drops us down to P8 for the race. As you can see, I've had to screenshot the results there as part of my admin duties for the league, just so that obviously they have a record of where everyone's qualified, just in case there was a restart or anything. So anyway, as you can see, lots of people not following the formation lap properly. But anyway, lights are out and away we go. I immediately bump up into rich mix to try and get some straight line speed down this straight, because I was running a high downforce setup because I knew it was going to be pushing it down. And everyone's braked very early, in my opinion. And oh, what? Come on, Andrew, you're better than this. But yeah, people braked a bit earlier than what I was expecting. Lost my front wing, and then to top it off, I spun out the McLaren. Um, so yeah, I can tell you, I don't pick up any post race penalties for that one. It was decided that it was just a turn one incident. But yeah, anyway, so we're continuing on, and we're behind Groundsy here, and we are just understeering like an absolute whore. Yeah, so a very eventful first lap. A lot of people, going all over the place at the moment. So trying not to understeer, and again I get invited to a party. I was invited to a party alone on the formation lap. I'm just going to put this out here. If you see me doing a league race, please don't invite me to a party unless well, not unless, but if I'm already in one, then that's the party I'll be staying in, and if I'm not in one, then I won't be joining any parties. But on this occasion, I wasn't in the party. I was listening to the live stream, and yeah, we pulled a nice switch back on the Red Bull while I was talking about the party invites. But and then we totally ruin it by understeering very wide through the right-hander there, which is normally taken flat out or with a slight lift if it's pushing it down like it is just now. So anyway, that's lap one pretty much complete, and we do decide just to brave it out for another lap just to see how bad the wing damage is. And I believe at the end of this lap we do decide fuck it and pit, and again a party invite. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, so excuse me. We are pitting, and it will be on to a set of well, obviously intermediates. I got confused there because I just seen someone in the top left switching to full wets. And that's Groundsy onto a set of full wets, which I don't believe is the right call. So out the pits we come, and we'll try and chase Groundsy down if we can. So moving on to the end of lap 3 here, and as you can see we've caught Groundsy up. He's struggling on those full wet tyres, and will probably be passed pretty quickly if we have our way, or if we're lucky enough for him to make a mistake. Either way, I just want to get past him so I can just rack up the laps and put in as many quick laps as we possibly can to try and make up the ground that we've lost in the pit stop, the very early pit stop. So, and Groundsy's ran extremely deep here, so we decide to stick our nose up the inside, and that will be hopefully P11 is that, but Grounds is coming back at us, and what you're about to see here is a classic case, an example as to why you should never try and outbrake me, because I always win when it comes to outbraking people, because I basically, I am a late breaker. I will always brake as late as possible, so if you do try and outbrake me, you will probably shoot off, because I brake at the very last opportunity, and if I know you're going to try and outbrake me, I'll brake earlier, slightly earlier, and then like sort of like do a little switch back on you, so either way I win. Just a little tip there if you're ever racing against me, because Groundsy made that mistake, and well, you saw what happened. I came out on top. So after a few people have made their pit stops, we are up into I can't quite see that because of my bloody mouse there. P9, and we are right on the back of Great Geek here. So we're going to try and get past him as quickly as possible, and hopefully we'll get past him pretty damn quickly. So yeah, I don't know what he thought he was doing there, rejoining the track in such an aggressive manner, veering across the track, which forced me to get on the brakes a bit there. Well, at least I think I did get on the brakes. You'll know from looking at the telemetry there on the bottom right. So we have a little look, but we don't actually try anything into that corner. And he lags a bit there, and runs a bit wide, and will go into this corner, and I had to brake there because he was just going so bloody slow through there. So we have a little look up the inside, because I wasn't very happy with some of his defensive driving. So we go up onto the straight here, and I believe he is about to dive bomb us. So incoming dive bomb. So yeah, and yeah, he's spun us round there, which not very happy bunny about that. I did try to find one of those like video clips of Brendan Lee doing that finger thing from the esports, but I couldn't find it, so because that would have summed up my mood perfectly. With what he did there. So we're on to lap 9 here, and we're going to try and repass him here, but we're losing way too much time because of this guy's questionable defensive tactics. We'll get past him, don't worry, we'll get past him. And look how early he's braking there, but yet he was able to go for an absolute dive bomb at the hairpin. Like, seriously, like, no consistency there whatsoever in his driving. He either brakes very early, or he'll brake very fucking late. And yeah, he's just weaving all over the place there. So I'm having to duck in and out because he's lagging so badly that I'm having to basically like veer across the track so that he doesn't lag into me. So as you can see, he's gone for a defensive inside move there. He then cuts the corner a bit, and then yeah, we go for a look, but I realised he wasn't going to give us the space and would probably sell us out to the gravel trap there. So we then get a nice little switch back here, and I believe, yes, a beautiful move round the outside there, pushing the track limit boundaries just a little bit, but yeah, I think we've just schooled him around the outside of that corner there. So Andrew won, and whoever that was, nil, in that battle at least. So anyway, we're on to lap 11 now, and we do pit for another set of tyres. So yeah, well, it's just a boring pit stop, but I thought I'd include it just so you can see how quickly my pit stops are, because it's always nice to see how quick the pit through is. But yeah, so we've dropped behind Jaholti and Upstage, I think that was. So we're gonna go and chase after them and try and pass them if we can. Hopefully we can actually pull it off. Now, something that you saw happen in the live stream, because this was obviously live streamed, this race, was on the URL channel with, I believe it was Sammy and Charlie, perhaps, I think it was, commentating over it. And yeah, there was a questionable incident which you're about to see, but it looked even worse from the spectator cam, but I can't seem to get the footage so that I could actually show you a third person view of it. But you'll soon see what happens, because it's just after the next corner, after this one, onto the start finish straight. But yeah, I believe Jaholti got, I'm not sure what penalty he got, but he did get severely punished for what he did, if memory serves me correctly. So we do have a little look just to avoid them breaking early, because I had a feeling they were going to break early. And then look at that, and we veer across to the left instantly so that we don't get wiped out by that. But tell you something, I practically shat myself there, because I was worried that I was going to get collected by that. So yeah, anyway, we're up onto the arse of P4 into the dying stages of the race. Tyre wear on my end is pretty bad, but I'm trying to carry these tyres to the end because I'm just and yeah, he's just Max Verstappen dust and a screen freeze to top it off. He's Verstappen dust and screen freezed. Moving across the braking lines like that, honestly, man, what are we doing? He's just done a Verstappen on us. So yeah, we've had to pit now, which was unfortunate because I felt like we could get past him. Because as you'll see by the standings at the end, my title rival didn't turn up to this race. So fourth place would have put us in the lead of the standings, tied on points, but more crucially, we would be ahead based on race wins. So anyway, after that pit stop, I just decided to go on a mission for fastest lap. After fastest lap, and then we don't get a fastest lap on the next lap, but we do on the next lap. So yeah, we basically yeah, we just go on a mission for fastest lap, and after fastest lap, and then on to the end of lap 28, and we're going to come home a very disappointing 6th place. We ideally would have needed 4th if we were going to overtake Almond in the standings based on count back for race wins, because as I said, we'd be tied on points. But as you saw there, I posted another nice little fastest lap at the end of the race there. I seem to be developing a habit of setting fastest laps. I mean, Singapore last race, and then this race. So yeah, we're now going to, once I've checked the race results, because I've actually forgotten what happened, like who finished where. So yeah, we'll check the race results. So yeah, there you go. Riggin Wazza, who is Almond's teammate, takes the win. So unfortunate there that we've lost points, and I was slightly annoyed by the fact that Wazza then turned around and says that's for his teammate to try and stop me winning the title. Because I've won a hell of a lot more races than Almond, so I feel like I'm slightly more deserving of the title. Anyway, here's the standings, and as you can see, we have closed them down to 4 points. Yeah, so 4 points up front. Pretty happy with the progress we've made in the last 2 races. Seems we have missed the 4 races prior to Singapore. So we've done well to come from, I think it was 22 points behind to just 4 points behind. We'll see what happens in Japan next. But anyway, that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Sorry for my in all the whole video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.